My name is James Graham. I was born in 1926. My father was a well-respected fellow person in the community, and he was also a mine owner. He operated 5 coal mines. My father was killed a month before I was born in an automobile accident, so I never knew him. My mother then raised me with the help of her brother, Uncle Ben. Oh, he was the most generous person I've ever known. He taught me how to read and write. Read by reading the comics to me. He was able to learn arithmetic by himself and taught me how to do arithmetic before I went to school. He was a coal miner and worked in mines all over the country before coming and living with our family. My mother was very kind. She was very religious, suffered immensely from the tragedy, but she saw us through the Depression and through World War II. My wife's name was Dorothy Sokolowski, and she was born in Kansas, so she was Dorothy from Kansas. She was extremely sweet and very capable. She was a dietitian. She was just a wonderful lady. She was a super mother for her children, and she just was so good to me. She had ended up having Alzheimer's. She had cancer, but with cancer, and then she got Alzheimer's, and then died in 2005. I've had a wonderful life, and thanks a lot to you. You've just been very kind to me, and considerate and patient, but you're all just wonderful people. I'm just so proud of every one of you. I hope that you remember me kindly. I guess that's about all I can ask for is that you remember me kindly, and be kind to one another, be kind to strangers, as you always are. I love you so very much, each and every one of you, giving me so many moments of joy, happiness, and that's all that a father can ask.
My dad is turning 95 next month, and we were looking for a way to find information about his life and to put it all together for him, as well as for us and for our kids as well, to see his life in and get a full view of it. I didn't really know my grandparents on my mother's side, and I only knew my grandmother on my father's side. And it would be wonderful to have that kind of memory and cache of experiences that they had, and that's something I don't have. So I would have loved to have something like that for my grandparents. So this is, for me, a wonderful way to provide that for my own children and my nephews as well. When we were looking at doing this, Trevor had some samples online to look at, and they were wonderful. It gave you a really good feel for how it was going to look. It also gave you a really good feel for how the questions were going to be asked. And afterwards, Dad loved it. He was talking about how the questions came up, and he just loved the interview. He was really reluctant at first, and then he just loved it. He thought it was so much fun to sit down and talk about himself. It was a wonderful experience to go through them, because there were a lot of things that I didn't know about my dad's life. And so it was a chance to talk to my dad. What is this? Where is this? Who are these people? So it was a chance for us to find out more about my dad's life, which was fascinating to me. It was a delight to see Dad sit down and talk, because when we first talked to him about this, he was very concerned that he didn't have anything to share. And when you see the final product, it was amazing how much he had to share and how much he had to offer for his whole life and for his grandchildren to see this. That was one way we were able to get him. Oh my gosh, I'm getting kind of emotional thinking about how much his life has, how much he's gone through in his life. And for his grandchildren to see all of that too is really important to me. It was something that I'm going to treasure. So thank you.